are here because the outside world rejects you.
Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to another Turtle Updates video where we cover some of the latest Ninja Turtles news stories that have come out in the past few weeks and put it all together into one big video. Today we have some Ninja Turtles comic book news, TV show news, video game news, even movie news, and new collectible reveals, and we're going to discuss it all. So go ahead and grab a slice of pizza as we dive into the sewers and check it out. Okay, so first story we have is something a lot of you guys have been asking about in the comments recently, and that's updates on the Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin movie. For those of you who may be new subscribers or just maybe happened to miss the news last year, back in April of 2024, we saw an exclusive report on The Hollywood Reporter that an R-rated Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin movie was in the works from producer Walter Hamada, and it was said that Tyler Burton Smith, who wrote the 2024 movie Boy Kills World, would be writing it. Okay, so now let's get into the new stuff that has come out surrounding this movie. So first up, we're looking over here on the January issue of Toy World magazine. This is a magazine where you can see previews of upcoming figures, things like that. And you can see some of these companies talking about what they're working on and what's on the horizon. And you can see that they talk about all the upcoming Ninja Turtles projects, which we'll talk about some of the others here in a minute. But one thing that stuck out to me was the acknowledgement of the upcoming Last Ronin movie. So to me, this was a big deal, as I believe this is the first time someone at Paramount acknowledges the project, because other than that Hollywood Reporter report, there hasn't been a peep on this project officially. And this here, in this magazine, kind of is it. Let's read what they had to say about it. It says, a sequel to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem is set to hit theaters in October of 2026, which we already knew that one was happening. But then here it says, additionally, a theatrical adaptation of The Last Ronin is now in development, further expanding the Turtles' cinematic universe. Now, I don't know what they mean about that last part where they say the Turtles' cinematic universe. I think they just mean it like in a general sense, like all the movies that they put out, and not necessarily in the way a lot of us would think where it's all like part of a larger interconnected cinematic universe, kind of like how Marvel does it, where all the movies connect to each other and things like that. I think they're just saying that it's just an additional movie on top of their Mutant Mayhem movies that are coming out, which are not connected to the Last Ronin universe. At least I don't think. I don't think they would make those turtles have the future that the Last Ronin ends up having. It just doesn't look like that would be the case. But yeah, with all that said, it did make me think I wouldn't be opposed to a Turtles cinematic universe in the traditional sense, where they do have a bunch of movies connecting to each other. Like maybe they can do prequels to this Last Ronin movie where we see these turtles in their heyday. That'd be pretty cool, but it would be an interesting choice to start with the end of these turtles' journey. Anyways, we'll see. But yes, the Last Ronin movie has now been officially acknowledged. Now, that's not all. This next part is more of a rumor going around. It started at the very end of 2024, like right before New Year's, but I did see it getting a lot of attention, so let's go through it and take this with a massive grain of salt. I have no idea if this is real, but enough sites were covering it where I think we should take a look at this. So I first saw this on joeblow.com. You can see the headline there reads, rumor, is James Wan directing the R-rated adaptation of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin? Whispers around the Hollywood water cooler suggest James Wan is directing Paramount's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin. Then it reads, during the lead up to this year's Holiday Madness, a rumor concerning the R-rated live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin film began making the rounds. According to industry insider My Time to Shine, Aquaman and Malignant director James Wan could helm the upcoming adaptation of The Last Ronin. And yeah, that's pretty much all it says here. So yeah, that's the rumor. I've seen other sites covering this. You can see comicbookmovie.com also covered it as well. But yeah, we'll see. I just wanted to mention it. Let me know what you think. James Wan does have a lot of hits under his belt. I don't hate it. I'm not sure how he would handle a martial arts film though, which I feel The Last Ronin kind of needs to be. There's Raph versus the Foot Clan and Karai, Leonardo and Michelangelo versus the Foot Robots, Donatello and Splinter versus the Foot Clan over in Japan, and then like the final battle. Like there's a good amount of ninja fighting in this story. I wonder how Wan would handle that if he does end up being the guy. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let's go ahead and move on over to the next story. Okay, so these next couple stories also came over here from Toy World magazine. We can see that Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Season 2 will be coming out here in 2025 to Paramount Plus. Now, we already knew that a second season was coming, although we never knew exactly when, although we all figured it would be here in 2025 since the Mutant Mayhem sequel is going to be in 2026, but there was never any confirmation. Now we have it here. Let's see how they handle it. Let's go ahead and move on over to the next one. One other interesting thing here from the magazine has to do with the new video game. Let's go ahead and read this. It says, gaming also remains a key focus, with Paramount delivering a diverse lineup for fans. To add to the outright games release of Mutants Unleashed in 2024, so the game that came out last year, a new PC game will launch in the first half of 2025, followed by another console game in the second half of 2025, along with updates to existing digital experiences, ensuring that the Turtles stay at the forefront of interactive entertainment. So yeah, that's interesting. I wonder what that PC game is going to be, and I wonder why it's strictly just for PC. We'll see what that's about. Another question mark here is the console game. Will this be a follow-up to Mutants Unleashed, which took place in the Mutant Mayhem universe, or will this be something else? I know they're working on the Last Ronin video game. That was announced a while back, but I don't think either of these are it. When they had announced that, they said that was way out. Like they were going to be working on that for a few years, and it hasn't been that long yet. They're probably trying to line that up with the Last Ronin movie's release whenever that comes out. But yeah, either way, all good news. More Turtle stuff just means, at least from my point of view, that they have a lot of confidence in the brand. Now they just gotta execute and give us some badass Turtle stories, along with really good ninja action. Hopefully that's what we get. Alright, next up we got some new figures news. There have been some new reveals since our last updates video. Pre-orders on this first one in particular do not appear to be available anymore, but I still thought they were worth looking at. Plus, these usually find a way onto other sites once they're actually released. We'll see. But yeah, we can see over here that NECA will be doing the Ghost Brothers from the Last Ronin story. You have Leonardo, Raphael, and Donatello there in their ghost forms. You can see that they're translucent, and yeah, just some pretty sick figures. When they were on pre-order, it said that they would begin shipping around May, June of 2025. So yeah, if they do start popping up on other sites, I feel like that's when we might start seeing them. But yeah, let us know what you think about this one. Now, that's not the only new NECA figures that were revealed. Over here on their Instagram page, we can see they will also be doing what they're calling the Night Watcher Turtles from the Last Ronin, the Lost Years. These are the turtles from the flashbacks of the Last Ronin, the Lost Years book. And yeah, they look just like they do in the book. You have Donatello, Michelangelo, and Leonardo. I think these were flashbacks of the turtles when Raphael was no longer part of the story anymore. Now, I'm not sure on a release date on these, but you can see here that it says that they will be available at Walmart. But yeah, that's it on this one. Let's move on to the next story. Alright, and another new NECA figure that they revealed from this Night Watcher Last Ronin line is this Casey Jones right here. This is also from the flashbacks of the Last Ronin, the Lost Years prequel comic, and you can see all the different accessories that he comes with. Looks like he can wear a hood and cape as well. And yeah, you can see right there on the listing it says coming this spring. Alright, next we're looking over here on the X account of Joy Toy. We're going to take a look at some new figures that they have revealed. Now, unfortunately, they state that these aren't available in the States, at least directly through them. Although I have seen people say that they've seen them for pre-order on Amazon. So yeah, it's probably through like a third-party seller or something. Let us know if you see them on there. But the new figures are this Slash here, which looks pretty badass. And we can see that they also did Toka there, who also looks great. Pretty cool seeing them teamed up like this. Would kind of be a cool concept for a turtle story, actually. Seeing the turtles go up against two giant evil turtles at the same time. But this would not be the only new figure that they showed. We can also see here they revealed a new Krang figure that they will be doing. And all these, I feel like, go with these turtle figures they released a while back. And yeah, this just seems to be the next wave of figures in that line. But yeah, pretty straightforward. Again, these may be a little difficult to pick up. Let us know if you see them popping up anywhere. Alright, next up we're looking over here at the Heat Boys X account. You can see the caption says, Shredder, also known as Oroku Saki, is the leader of the Foot Clan with alien technology. He has developed a specialized combat mecha to achieve his ambition, and you can see the figure there. It's one of those mecha figures, similar to the ones we've gotten before, but with the turtles. And now their arch nemesis, the Shredder, has a figure in this line as well. And his just looks like extra cool in this mecha line just because his design is already very spiky. So I feel like it translates over well into this mecha form. You can see him there, different poses, all the different accessories. You can see there it says release date Q2 of 2025. So sometime in the spring or summer. But yeah, this one's pretty cool. Let me know what you think. Okay, this is a quick one. Looks like we're getting another batch of the figures based off of the Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles television series. Playmates dropped this teaser image here on Instagram, and it appears to show the armored turtles from the show. This is in the episode where they fight Bishop and her robots. They wear armor like this in that episode. Now, there is no info on these other than this image here. So yeah, if you're interested in these, just keep an eye out on the socials. I'm sure there'll be posts on these figures once they're released. All right, here we have some news coming from Amazon. This time we see some new Funko Pops have been revealed, and these are some Last Ronin Funko Pops. First up, we have this 4-pack of all 4 turtles. So the Last Ronin, you can see him there looking super sad, and that's because next to him we can see the ghosts of his dead brothers, so the other turtles in their ghost forms. You can see that it says there that this item will be released on March 25th. But yeah, it looks like they're already taking pre-orders. Now, these are not the only Last Ronin Funko Pops that were revealed. You can see over here that there's a different Last Ronin Pop. And this one looks like it comes as a part of a little diorama set. He's on like a street corner. And this one also has the Turtle Brothers, but it's the version of them when they're all still alive in the story. And this line appears to also have the villain Oroku Hiroto in his armor. Now, these are not a box set like the Ghost Turtles one. You can see that each turtle here is individually packaged. Release date is the same as the others though, March 25th. I'm super glad that the Last Ronin is getting all this merch. It really shows just how good of a story that miniseries was and the impact that it had. All right, and here we have the last little bit of news. Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the new series that came out in 2024, now has season 1 over on Netflix. The show originally premiered on Paramount Plus, so if you don't have Paramount Plus but had Netflix and wanted to watch the series, there you go. You can now go ahead and stream it on there. Okay, and before we close out this updates video, let's look ahead and see what Ninja Turtles comic books will be hitting the shelves here in the near future. This is something we've started incorporating here at the end of the updates videos. That way you guys know what's on the way. Disclaimer, by the way, from what I've seen, release dates on Turtles comics are constantly shifting. For the most part, it's pretty reliable, but every now and then a book will get pushed back or moved forward. It just happens. But yeah, again, for the most part, this is when these books will be coming out, at least as of now. So first up, I believe this is one of the ones that got pushed back, which we may have covered on the last updates video. So yeah, if you heard about that one then, but with different dates, now you know why. I think it just got delayed. Anyways, this first one here was supposed to come out at the beginning of January, but now it's slated for January 22nd. So it just came out. And that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Night Watcher, issue number 5. This takes place in the main Turtles comic continuity, by the way. So the main title, but it's a side story. That's why it has The Night Watcher subtitle, and it follows the character of The Night Watcher. Next up, we have issue number 2 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Naruto crossover miniseries. This one also comes out on January 22nd. Next up, we have issue number 3 of the Ninja Turtles He-Man crossover miniseries. This one is currently slated for January 29th. And then we jump over to issue number 6 of the main Ninja Turtles comics. So the big one, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is the one we do the podcast on. And that issue number 6, will be hitting shelves on January 29th. Go ahead and check out our podcast, by the way. I'll leave the latest episode as a pinned comment here on the video. Next up, we have issue number 4 of the Last Ronin sequel comic. So The Last Ronin Re-Evolution, the book with the new team of turtles. And this one is currently slated also for January 29th. Now we move on to February. Early February has some releases as well. February 5th currently has Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures slated to come out. This book loosely takes place in the old 1987 cartoon universe. So yeah, they currently have a book going on with new stories, and issue 21 is what's coming up next. And lastly, Ninja Turtles Mutant Nation issue number 4 will be dropping February 12th. This is another side storybook that also takes place in the main Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic book continuity, so the big one. And this book kind of just fills in the gaps of things that are going on in the main book. And yeah, it's just good like supplemental content to go along with the main storyline. But yeah, that does it for now. Let me know if there's any updates that I missed, and I'll see if we can discuss it in the next updates video. But thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you all in a little bit with another one. Take care.